안녕하세요. 저희는 지난 시즌 우승팀인 루나틱하이라고 합니다. 이번 시즌에 저희 팀을 노리는 팀들이 많을 텐데 저희 팀을 꺾는 게 쉽진 않을 거예요. 이번 시즌에도 방심하지 말고 최선을 다해서 우승할 수 있도록 하겠습니다.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the beginning of Apex Season 3 here on OGN. I am Achilles. Joining me on the desk today is Papa Smithy, and right off the bat, you'll notice that there's quite a bit of changes here. The casting has changed. The rule sets for Apex Season 3 have changed. The reigning champions, Lunatic-Hai from Season 2, coming and starting things off, going up against Kongdoo Panthera, a team that struggled a little bit in the past, didn't make it out of groups in Season 1, made it into the round of 8 in the second season, but not further than that.
To harass Birdring, though, has been getting free shots largely this game.
WhoRU already taking one shot. The sound barrier comes down. He tries to get the hunt down in onto Birdring. Has the deflect ready to go. We'll go ahead and pop it as they go into close quarters. He goes low, gets him with the dash in the end. So takes out one, but they lose Toby on the backside of the fight. Miro dashing in, looking for a couple more kills. Hasn't been able to come up with much yet. Pushing into the air, forcing out the primal rage from Fisher as he stays alive as they run the clock down into overtime. Miro barely tagging back in to keep this going, to keep their hopes alive. Has the primal rage to buy even more. Go ahead and pop that one, tries to dash forward, getting on the Rascal. Won't be able to find him. For now, just trying to shove the members of Kongdoo Panthera off this point so he can actually get a retake.
They're trying to buy time for Ryujehong to get back. He has the Zenyatta ultimate, the Transcendence. It's coming back from spawn. Looks like they're finally overwhelming the numbers. Birdring certainly won't be able to cap the point, hold on to it. First capture over to Lunatic-Hai at 99%.
Yep, they got a couple kills, 30% there already. Double start comes down, not gonna find anybody, but Eska and Toby both get taken out as Rascal starts popping off with the trace of the pulse bomb, getting rid of the supports, and they're just cleaning house as they look for this retake. They'll be able to get it. And Lunatic-Hai, do they have anybody to contest this? It's looking like a no as the clock ticks down. There we go. Hover over that Pharah for a little bit, but it does get swapped over by Kongdoo, so won't be having her hovering up in the skies. No pharmacy to start things off yet. We're dashing in. Yeah, looking for Fisher. Discord Orb doing some work as they take down the Winston, and this is going to be a very strong start. Complete reversal from Ruins thus far as Lunatic-Hai sticks in. Miro going low, drops down the barrier, keeping himself alive, constantly getting tagged back up here by Ryujehong. WhoRU is just building up the meter, 50% already on that Dragon Blade.
Reigning Supreme in the air.
Transcendence coming down, Pulse Bomb tossed out, not going to find anything though. So Eska just dashing back, trying to keep himself alive. They are able to take down Waka Waka and Luffy. Both the supports from Kongdoo Panthera taken out as Lunatic-Hai looks for another retake here. 30% being matched by Kongdoo Panthera, and WhoRU snapping out Rascal with those shurikens. Things working out quite well for him. Going to be looking for a very nice angle on that barrage. As they try to stay alive, goes ahead and pops it, but everybody's just retreating. And you can see just that right click coming out from the D.Va.
Two dead already. Jehong and Toby, both supports down for Lunatic-Hai.
Yeah, and WhoRU not able to do enough work. Has that Dragon Blade, gets taken out. As Rascal just comes back in, pops the mech as well, gets Eska, the triple kill coming through as they just clean house and sweep their way through Lunatic-Hai. A change of hands yet again on the point in Kongdoo. They will retake this 40% to 75. We'll see how long they can hold it.
They still have both support ultimates up, despite the fact that we saw WhoRU blow the Dragon Blades. There's a lot of safety here for the supports, at least relatively.
Yeah, they can buy them quite a bit of time. With that sound barrier especially. Pulse bomb coming through, Waka Waka goes low, gets the barrier down, and Birdring swoops in to rescue his resident scientist, takes out Eska, stopping that kill. And you can see Lunatic-Hai just have to give up on this push. Zunba jumping off the map. They're going to try to recuperate and rejoin as meter is about to get matched. 75% on the horizon here for Kongdoo Panthera.
Lunatic-Hai are not interested in investing into tech to specifically target Rascal. Now, of course, we saw them claim the point with Rascal being the last person to die because of their target priority onto the Mercy. She's got res, she needs to die first. If she's not the top of the kill feed, it's struggle street for Lunatic-Hai.
Yeah, it certainly is. You see, they're not swapping out, they're not going for anything. They can snipe this Pharah out of the sky. No soldier from Zunba, and no McCree as well. So rough times, Transcendence coming down now for Lunatic-Hai. Rascal has another barrage ready to go. Pulse bomb comes through, double kill goes over, both the DPS taking out the barrage. Now firing in from Rascal inside the point, comes up with a double kill, getting rid of Toby and Zunba. And that's gonna be the team wipe, and that's gonna be Kongdoo Panthera, the 2-0 taking the first map. as they win EnVyUs very easily.
So the first curveball of the set was game one. Ryujehong had to flex onto the soldier. The first lineup change for Lunatic-Hai was basically 20 seconds before they were running into overtime, but got onto the point with the extra movement speed. Triple DPS not in a way that we expected, just enough to get the first point. But now the payload starts pushing, and the time bank, it's anything but generous.
Yeah, it's very minuscule here. 2 minutes just over for Lunatic-Hai to try to get all the way across the bridge to point B.
Lunatic-Hai have been so good at perfecting the dive comp, but so stubborn in this game that they've lost a lot of the time back. They're going to need a really good castles phase here, pushing through what it feels like a streets phase and getting on, because for now, any stall of the payload is basically map over.
Yeah. Well, Rascal tossing out that pulse bomb. Didn't find anything, though. Still can build up another one, but actually might not get the opportunity. Toby again takes him out. Gets rid of him. That's going to be the pulse bomb thrown out by Eska. Takes Fisher down very low, but he's able to leap his way out to safety, but the rest of the team might not be able to say the same as he chases in. Looking to get rid of Waka Waka, tries to kite back. He goes low enough, but it forces out the recall. The Lucio will stay alive. This is a lot of time being bought by Lunatic-Hai as they start this push up towards that bridge.
Eska falls, so that will stall things out a little bit as well. That mosquito that is Tracer falls down. It's not like Kongdoo Panthera is really playing a comp that profits from the high ground. They very much are happy to drop down with the comp they have. No hit scan on the side. Kongdoo Panthera. Ult economy looking good for Lunatic-Hai though. Birdring, of course, swapped over to the Genji.
It's a big opening in Fisher. He can land this Earth Shatter, it'd be absolutely huge. The self-destruct comes through, zoning them off the payload, at least for the moment, as we enter into overtime. And Toby has already fallen. Earth Shatter coming down, and they're just swinging their way to victory. Pop the mech, they pop the D.Va, and WhoRU falls. Now Team Alive effectively coming through in favor of Kongdoo Panthera as Eska desperately tries to buy time. There's only so much a lone Tracer can do. He will fall, and Kongdoo Panthera
Get a pick on someone like Rascal, and actually Miro going down first is pretty damn significant. WhoRU falls low, but will get back.
Ryujehong and Toby both get taken out. The pulse bomb comes through and finds WhoRU. They also get the mech from the D.Va. A double kill effectively here from Rascal and Lunatic-Hai. The team wipe already almost completed, and you can see the smile on his face, Rascal, knowing just how much work he's doing for his team as they go ahead.
Here's the first drop down.
Oh, yeah, already going to have to exit those WhoRU. Dashing his way back out. About 50% on that ultimate at the moment. He's definitely going to need a massive Dragon Blade to try to turn around this push. Nano boost coming through into Miro, but automatically has that Discord of toss down on top of him. He tries to get out of there, but he just cannot do it. He gets taken out. The rest of the team is falling one by one. Toby going down a Dragon Blade, drawn out by Birdring, coming up huge.
Ryujehong has the Transcendence.
Self-destruct tossed out. It's gonna be the Transcendence out in the backside here. Waka Waka gets the pop in onto Zumba's mech. Just right delay. Transcendence matched by Kongdoo Panthera. Now the opening coming through, sound barrier on both teams, and Birdring fresh. He swapped over onto this McCree, just trying to snipe out the Winston, the Discord orb there, but he still just can't find the damage. Fisher, he gets Toby with a flame strike. Big openings as both of the supports go down, and this push might just continue. As Fisher swings his way to success yet again, getting rid of the D.Va. Deadeye thrown out, not going to find anybody. They're all just piling in behind the Reinhardt shield. The payload's right there. They need to contest this. Big shield thrown out by Miro, does block that Earth Shatter, but he gets pushed off for a second, and they get it. Eichenwald over to Kongdoo Panthera, and now match point already up against Lunatic-Hai.
And the rest of Lunatic-Hai's squishy members delaying for the tanks to get back. EMP available. See Rascal going in aggressively.
Yep, comes out of the stealth, gets a hack down, looking for the EMP, will go ahead and toss this one out. Dragon Blade here from WhoRU, but immediately gets that heal denied coming out. Down to 26 HP as he pops the mech here from the D.Va, gets chased in on by Void, and he'll go down. Nice picks coming in, but Waka Waka and Birdring also lose their lives as Lunatic-Hai tries to contest this in overtime. Only the one tick so far for themselves, need a lot more than that. They want to keep their hopes alive. Pulse bomb comes down from Eska. Not going to find anything, but they do get Fisher out of the air, and the attack visor with an nano boost comes through. They take out Lumpy. Lunatic-Hai finally looking to take this point, but they're being delayed so much here by Birdring and Waka Waka.
Birdring needs to stay alive. Buy time for the respawns. One kill onto Zunba.
Yeah, gets the pulse bomb down, gets rid of Zumba, but he gets taken out immediately. Second tick now achieved by Lunatic-Hai and Kongdoo Panthera. They just don't have the respawns yet. Coming in one at a time as they just try to delay as much as possible. If they step off of this for 1 second, Lunatic-Hai will lose this.
Luffy's coming back, now has the nano boost used already, but more kills, only Fisher on the point.
Trying to get the heals coming in, but he's just not able to do it. The sound barrier there from Lunatic-Hai, keeping them healthy, and finally, the tick going back forward. Rascal all on his lonesome as Void respawns. They look to delay this one, but they have to push off. Rascal diving back in, buys a little bit of time, but it's a fraction of a second too little. WhoRU dashing his way out to safety, makes it back, and has that Nano Blade coming through. Already takes out Luffy. Both the healers from Kongdoo Panthera have been eliminated. Rascal takes out WhoRU, but gets taken down by Eska, losing out on that soldier battle. Still on the point, they have the second tick, but Kongdoo Panthera, they're going to have to recoup and go for one final push, but he's going to be without Void on the D.Va.
He's still on the point right now. The percentage still ticking up They held for as long as they could, but now it will start to draft away. And
It's
have
going to
to
be
touch
all
the
about
point.
Birdring.
Yeah, Void won't get there. He'll be the last one to arrive.
The Orb of Harmony on him, topping him off as he gets ready to dash in. Dashes in on the sidelines.
Have a numbers
Miro
advantage
here,
for
trying to
now.
lock him down. Pulse bomb's ready to go. That's WhoRU, and he's still sitting on the point at the moment. They take it up
Transcendence
a
already
little bit
popped.
more. Comes through as Kongdoo just keep piling in. You can hear that Primal Rage pop by Miro on the backside. Or by Fisher, rather, on the backside, trying to just smack everybody away. Nice up the struck, comes up the kill on the Ryujehong. They get the mech away from Zunba. As that sound barrier comes down, Lunatic-Hai trying to buy as much time as they possibly can.
You already with the double.
But the push coming through from Primal Rage, Miro just knocking them off, takes them out, and gets rid of Birdring. Could that be the hold? They're into overtime. Miro's burning away at the mech. Will be able to pop out the D.Va. They take out Void, and that's going to be it. They full hold on point A, and Lunatic-Hai, they finally put a map on the board.
All about the tank duo right at the end. Zunba and Miro jump.
Impressive to see that this is going to be the desired pickup here for Rascal. He's already shown incredible proficiency. And
well,
all right, there we go. I was gonna say incredible proficiency on the Tracer, but then he headshots one as May, so showing that off yet again. That's his Dragon Blade. Didn't need to draw it in order to get that cap on point A. Pulse bomb comes down to Masca, not gonna find anybody. Just keep trying to push this up inch by inch. Dragon Blade finally coming down. Finds Luffy, one swipe, all that's needed with that Discord Orb. Takes out Rascal as well as Fisher. He leaps away, there we go. Shurikens to find him in the backside. Dash through onto Waka Waka, takes him out before he can get to the health pack. And WhoRU? This is the Genji that we remember from the grand final.
And just the pulse bomb is Eska. This needs to be one of the good pulse bombs from Eska, not one of the ones that misses.
See if he can land it. Has the pulse bomb ready to go. Goes in, gets Waka Waka in the mech suit. They will be able to pop this one as Fisher goes down. Wasn't able to use the Primal Rage. And such crucial openings now available for Lunatic-Hai as they just sweep through Kongdoo Panthera one after the other. Birdring, the only one left alive, but can't get there. Into Fisher. Taking front line here for Kongdoo Panthera. Have to rely on the Transcendence to come through. Self-destruct's tossed out by both these D.Vas. Not going to find much. Void doesn't get a pop. Goes back in, trying to buy more time. Trying to keep their hopes alive. 5 seconds on the clock as we get ready to enter overtime. Miro goes down. Sleep Dart in onto Void. No one there really to pop the mech, however. They're just going to leave him be. But now, all on its lonesome, trying to buy as much time as he can. It just doesn't seem like he can get it done.
Yeah, Waka Waka died with ult just as he came through. Doesn't matter about Rascal's ult. It's going to be potential for that reverse sweep, Achilles, although we're still waiting for the last bit of bookkeeping. It's done.
There it is.
And Lunatic-Hai, you can hear it from the fans' voices. Feels like that finals feeling is coming back today.
It really is. Getting rid of Ryujehong. One more bullet would have found him, and Eska. It was low right off the bat, has to pop that recall.
Let's recall through the Helix rocket though, so it's that from coming through. Already hear the pop here. Rascal looking for a shooting gallery, nothing found so far.
Yeah, trying to wrap around the backside of the fountain. We'll get a bit of an angle, but goes low, has to sprint his way back in, and he finds Eska inside of the hotel room and gets taken out.
Big mistake from Rascal, going too aggressively, fishing for value from his ultimate. We'll see if Lunatic-Hai can punish it, looking like the yes.
Oh, Eska very deep into enemy territory, dashing through, and there's nobody capping the point right now, but the kills are still coming out in favor of Lunatic-Hai as they finally push back in and look to get that meter rolling in their favor. 2 minutes on the clock, and this might just be the cap right here.
Yeah, big individual.
Rascal now over onto that Zarya, going to be looking for a massive graviton surge. Kaiser comes through from Zunba up on the high ground. He'll be able to get that mech pop, and honestly, he forces out the self-destruct, but it's not really at an angle to get anybody else, so going to be effectively wasted. As Void just goes back in to the back.
Both DPS is down on the side of Kongdoo Panthera.
Rascal's still trying to build up, trying to get into that graviton surge, but his teammates just getting picked off one at a time, causing them to have to play this far back.
Both DPS is down, then the tank line goes down, trickling in a Kongdoo Panthera.
Eska, can he find the massive pulse bomb? To get the completion coming through, that's going to be the Transcendence. Pulse bomb down onto Fisher, he gets taken out. 2 picks already here for Lunatic-Hai, as they're just a couple meters away from completing this push. 1 second of being uncontested, and this is going to go forward. Void gets bumped off. They're on top of it, it moves in, and that's going to be the complete.
The Widowmaker, but after that.
Miro, big misfire there.
Double.
On his leap, can't make it onto the high ground, gets taken out, and then yeah, the double kill comes through for Birdring as he snipes out Toby. Ryujehong is dead as well. No supports available now for Lunatic-Hai. Birdring gets stopped mid-grapple. Find that shot in onto Eska. He's got the Discord Orb, won't be able to find it yet. He's got some backup here from Rascal. They'll fire away, they get rid of the Tracer. That's going to be a very swift cap of point A. He's alive, at least for the moment. Now Rascal in a bad spot. to E to bounce himself away from that barrier, but he gets taken out. Right there, WhoRU coming up with a double kill, gets rid of the pharmacy single-handedly with that Dragon Blade. And it's just looking worse and worse as time goes on for Kongdoo.
WhoRU enters the pharmacy, there is no counter, gets both of them, and pushes up, and he's been the one anointed to take out the pharmacy, even on the Genji.
Surge here, pushing forward. As the barrier's down, tosses it out, only draws in a couple members. Birdring draws out that Dragon Blade. Won't be able to find much, and the self-destruct just zones Kongdoo Panthera back off of the payload yet again. It's less than 10 seconds, and Fisher has died. Birdring only getting rid of Eska. Now WhoRU drawing up his Dragon Blade down to 70 HP, looking for the pop on the mech suit yet again. Will find Void, can't take him out. Miro's able to do so, but he does die.
Cleanup's on though.
Got Miro pushing back in, Primal Rage ready to go. Could just go ahead, shove them off this point. See, showing some restraint. Doesn't want to pop it yet. There we go. Pops it as soon as that nano boost comes through. And he's just going to be smacking them away, trying to get them off the map. But either way, getting him off the payload is going to be more than enough for him. He'll get charged on, but still very healthy on this Winston as Fisher tries to push back in, tries to get to the payload that is still in contention by a couple members on his team.
Will be escorted as Luffy shows up.
Oh,
big!
massive Earth Shatter locks up 4. They find the kills coming through. Could that be the turnaround for Kongdoo Panthera? The team wipe nearly happening to get rid of Eska. They'll round the corner, but they cannot leave this payload. They still have a ways to go. They could complete this in overtime. Respawns coming out from Lunatic-Hai, however. Miro will look for him to jump in. Ryujehong nearly having the Transcendence. Miro comes forward, 23% of the Primal Rage. See how quickly he can stack this up. The self-destruct comes out, finds WhoRU. A crucial pickup here for Kongdoo Panthera as they try to hold on to this Transcendence. Out by Ryujehong, buying more and more time. But Panthera still holds firm on top of the point.
Double
Self-destruct, not gonna find anything. The boop from Toby taking out Fisher. They find Rascal, the tank line being shattered on the side of Kongdoo Panthera. Birdring has a pulse bomb, needs to find a target, tosses it out, won't get a damn thing as he just tries to buy time but has to stay on the payload. He's all by himself. The clock ticking down. Waka Waka executed as he enters, and Lunatic-Hai will complete the reverse sweep. It looks so good for Kongdoo Panthera at the start of this series, but it all
결승하고 비슷한 그림으로 이렇게 흘러가가지고 좀 솔직히 좀 떨리긴 했는데 형들이 또 멘탈 또 잡아주고 해가지고 괜찮게 그 다음 경기들은 다 풀리게 된 것 같습니다. 리빌딩 되기 전보다는 진짜 확실히 더 강한 팀이 됐다고 생각이 돼요. 전에는 그냥 어중간한 팀합? 그랬는데 지금은 팀합이 엄청 잘 맞더라고요. 그래서 리빌딩 된 게 진짜 잘 된 거라고 봅니다. 버드링 선수는 에임이 굉장히 좋고요. 또 라스칼 선수는 진짜 에임도 좋은데 센스가 진짜 라스칼 선수는 진짜 좋아요. 센스가 다른 선수들에 비해 뭐라 해야지? 뭐 돌아서 힐러를 자른다든지 뭐라 해야지? 힐러들을 난전 도중에 힐러들을 자르는 그 타이밍을 엄청 잘하는 것 같아요. 이번 시즌도 진짜 편하게 못 올라가겠구나. 조 나오기 전까지는 제발 팀 진짜 좋게 나와라 이렇게 딱 생각을 했는데 막상 이렇게 조 나오니까 망했다, 진짜 힘들겠다 이런 생각 많이 들었어요. 강팀들이 많이 올라와가지고 좀 힘들게 흘러갈 거라고 생각이 되고요. 또 저희 조가 굉장히 좀 센 팀으로 이루어져 있어서 좀 힘들게 8강 올라갈 것 같습니다. 우선 제가 로그랑 게임 해본 적도 없고 경기 본 적도 없어가지고 저는 잘 모르겠는데 그 사람 주변에서는 다 로그가 진짜 강하다고 하더라고요. 그래서 좀 기대돼요. 저번 시즌도 우승했으니까 이번 시즌에도 꼭 우승하겠습니다. 팬분들 꼭 많이 응원해 주세요.
Lunatic-Hai, it's not like they came through this unscathed.